everybody, and welcome to the latest Nitro F1 race. This race took place in the in Russia, Sochi. And usually I actually do very well at this track, even though it's boring and honestly not that great of a track. But I don't know, does have a knack here, typically. Actually scored my first ever F1 Nitro win here a few seasons ago. But as you can see here, we are going to have a rain race, at least in the beginning. The first quarter or so of this race will be in rain, so that'll make things interesting. But you can see I was up 2 tenths, and I kind of just choked it in the last part there, and I ended up in second, but then Puck jumps me, and if I didn't make a mistake in that last turn, I would have been second on the start. But as you can see here, Mahu got pulled again. Puck got a second, and TikTok surprisingly got fourth, and Cameron was fifth. But here we are with 5 red lights, and we're just trying to get a good start here. And since it's in the rain, I wanted to shift early. You can see how quick I'm shifting. I'm in the fourth, and you can see just me shifting earlier just allows me to jump Puck because he got a lot of wheel spin. But yeah, so really good start by us to jump in the second and then just looking behind because the slipstream here at the start of the race can be very, very good. And Jaffe, who started like 6th or 7th, is up to 3rd, and that was crazy for him. But yeah, going to lap 3, coming down the main straight, I'm just looking behind me, and Chaffee's got a huge run, and there's not much I can do at this point. So he takes a look to the inside, but actually didn't go for it. But I overdrove it a little bit, slid, and he had a really good exit. And we're going side by side through turn 4 here. Yeah, this is turn 4. And looking to stick on his outside. And here we go, side by side into turn 5. I break a little early so I can try to make the turn. And I just unable to make the exit work really well. And I look Bacon's looking for a move, and I brake too late. I hit the rear end of Chaffee, destroy my front wing, and I destroy his rear diffuser somewhat. And that actually brings out a VSC for debris, and that actually kind of saves me a little bit. So then it's a VSC, you have to slow down, and I can actually kind of keep up with them. And then, unfortunately, the VSC ends as soon as I'm entering the pits, but I'm going to enter the pit road, and I'm just not paying attention to my speed, and I speed. So, but 3 people behind me all get drive-throughs for speeding under VSC, so it's a complete disaster for a lot of people and total chaos. And you can see some of the people were actually able to do their drive-throughs before the right there at the end of the lap because of how it played out. But you can see I still have a 5-second time penalty, and I'm just trying to make up as much time as I can at this point. And then right here, Snake just lets me by, doesn't want to hold me up just because I'm so much faster, I guess, at this point. But also, at this point, it was kind of weird because the track didn't feel super wet, but it was still raining, so it was a little weird. But Shaman gets a bad exit out the last turn, just lets me go, and I moved back into 6th place. And then during this lap, actually, we were told it's time to pit, and DRS got enabled, even though it was still raining. As you see, it is still raining, but we are all coming in to put on medium tires to go to the end of the race here. So I come in, make sure I don't speed. And you can see my 5-second time penalty sets me behind Snakebite and Shaman again. But Snake goes wide, so does Shaman. And I'm able to gain one spot instantly really quickly here, and that's really good for me. And we are moved back into 7th place. And then Shaman's having a real tough time getting going on his slicks, and I'm able to capitalize. And he sees how fast I'm catching him, and he just pulls over and lets me go. So that was really nice of him. He didn't need to do that. Basically move up to P6, and at this point, I kind of just pull away from this group. I was just faster, but you can always see the gap is 33 seconds to the next cluster of cars, and realistically, that you just can't really make that up. So basically, at this point, we're just hoping for something to happen, and then you can see lap 15 here because nothing was happening. Puck actually got wing damage this lap, so he's going to have to come in the pit. But you can see I haven't really lost ground to those 4 cars, 5th through 2nd, so my speed was pretty good. It was just unfortunate I made a big mistake. But Puck, as you see, he has came in the pit, and I was actually barely able to overtake him. Came out a second and a half ahead of him, so we are in a constructor battle, so I needed to fight for this position pretty hard to keep him behind as long as I could, and hopefully like a safety car or something came out so I can capitalize on the mistake. But jump up to lap 17, and he has been running me down really quick. And I knew kind of like there's not much I can do, but I'm going to keep trying to fight because, maybe he makes another mistake. So I'm starting to blow all my ERS, the little that I have left to keep him behind. And I want the left side going into this turn. And right here, I go in and I make a mistake. I turn in too much and get wing damage, and I kind of drove myself into a wall there. So it's not a lot of wing damage according to the MFD there, but uh, I wasn't sure if I should have pitted at this one because I was like, I don't think I can make up the time back on LCS and Snake and all that if I pit again. So I went around for another lap and decided to see. He's like, let's see how it feels. But I think that turned out to be a mistake because it was not good after I got through. But a lap later, I decided to pit. It's not worth it. You can see I've lost about 2 seconds to LCS already. So came back out on softs and I was like, it's time to go as fast as I can. Next car is Liberate in front of me, 6 seconds ahead, and Snake is 8 seconds ahead of him. And I felt like I'd get the seventh pretty easily, but six was going to be pretty tricky. A lap later, I had a huge run on Liberate there, and he's gonna try to give me room, and I misjudged the corner completely, go over the curb, and completely destroy my floor. And that was just I was so annoyed because I was like I wasn't sure how much room he was gonna give me, and he gave me enough room. I just sloppy. This basically that's the definition of this race. The super sloppy, and shooting myself in the foot a million times. So just trying to drive as hard as I can to get as much time back and able to get DRS here on Snake as well and able to pass him and coming to 6 to go or something, 6 or 5 to go, and 13 seconds ahead is the next car of LCS, and I'm just trying with all my might to gain all I can, but in the end it wasn't enough. And coming around the final lap here, I was able to pull away from Liebert, but Mahu ended up winning the race by a pretty hefty margin. He was actually able to play it put on softs and still get fastest lap and still keep the lead and all that. But we come home P7. Pretty disappointing for me personally. It was really rough and just a really sloppy race, and it was pretty frustrating. But the final results were Mahu won, Gale ninth to second, so that was really good for him. Jaffe third, Puck fourth, Bacon fifth, LCS sixth. I'm seventh. Libert got eighth, TikTok got ninth, and Joseph rounded out the top 10. And that was this weekend's past F1 race at Russia. Next week is total chaos and probably going to DNF because it's Monaco. But that should be very interesting. And yeah, pretty disappointing race overall. But we will move on to next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you guys. Bye.